Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So ARK Invest has been buying up Nano Dimension like crazy the last, I would say, week or two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the chart for you guys to see some technical price action, and we're going to look at ARK Invest fund holding of ARKQ, and we're going to see their current position with Nano Dimension. So before I even get into the video, I wanted to just apologize about the really poor sound quality in my last video on Jumia. It is definitely frustrating to edit a video with poor audio quality, so 10 of 10 would not recommend doing that. So a future note, if you record videos, check your audio. I put a lot of time into these videos, and about 1 in 10 people actually subscribe to the channel. So if you're watching this, all I ask in return is if you do watch videos like this, just hit the subscribe button. You'll get recommended my videos whenever the YouTube algorithm thinks it's necessary. YouTube is pretty smart at figuring out what videos are correct for you, so I would definitely consider subscribing. I also wanted to bring up the free Discord server, which is a link in the description. Just go down there and click on it. This server is entirely free. There's about 23 members right now currently in it, so any people that join is definitely beneficial for the community. So if you're interested in that as well, I would definitely recommend joining that. But anyways, let's get back to the video. So I remember at one point in the past, Nano Dimension was the smallest holding of the ARKQ ETF. But as time has progressed, I have noticed that they have definitely been buying more Nano Dimension compared to the rest of the smaller positions in their ETF. If we look here at the ARKQ holdings, I'll zoom in just so you can get an even better look. Right now, Organovo is sitting at the bottom at number 41 with 0.19% of weight. Nano Dimension used to be here, and they have since moved up 10 positions to number 31. And that is a weight of 1.09% now. So I remember very clearly earlier in the month that they had about 2 million shares. They had maybe 2,026,000 or 2,040,000, or I think it was right around 2 million, maybe even 2,010,000. But as we've progressed through November and the price of Nano Dimension has been fluctuating a lot, it looks like they have been buying more. I don't know. Maybe even ARK Invest is the reason why there has been a little bit of volatility in Nano Dimension recently. But they definitely have been buying up more shares. They are currently at 2,136,888 shares, or a portfolio value of around $10.2 million. At least in this fund, they are approaching even Amazon at number 28 in the fund. And it's definitely a good thing to see ARK Invest starting to add more of Nano Dimension. But anyways, that's enough of the ETF. I wanted to go into the stock technicals and show you a couple of things that I think you guys might find interesting. I think this could be beneficial and interesting for anyone trying to learn a little more about stock technicals and price analysis. I'm going to move this up to a daily time frame, and in the near term, so right off the bat, the thing that catches my eye is this very level tabletop at around $4.88, $4.86. If we look at the high in October of 2019, we have a high of $4.86. If we look at the high in May of this year, we see a high of $4.88. Investors got a little bit ahead of themselves in October, about a month ago now. This is when we ended up hitting the $6 marker, which is the most recent high in the near term. And today we had a high of $4.95. So I think that now that price keeps coming back to this point around $4.88, it's pretty much weakening this level of resistance, so to speak. The more that price keeps coming back to it and touching it and retesting, I think with a company like Nano Dimension in the position they're in, it's going to be a matter of time before it breaks this price level. Investors are clearly interested in buying Nano Dimension at this price. In the previous run-ups to around the $5 range, it was followed by hard pullbacks over a long period of time. It happened again in May, long pullback. And then we had the run up in October and we had a pullback. But this time, the price action is just feeling a little bit different now. I want to believe it has to do a lot with the recent direct offerings from Nano Dimension, but it could possibly be the whole market sentiment recently has been pretty bullish, especially on tech stocks and innovative, disruptive stocks. Really, I feel like all the penny stocks have just been getting a lot of attention recently, and I think it is because of the lean towards innovation and doing things differently since the CV-19 illness happened. So going down onto a smaller time frame. So on the left, you'll see I have these liquidity pools and a horizontal trend line that goes through them. So usually I don't label the liquidity pools, but essentially what these are just areas where it's a little bit too level on the chart. When you have these really level areas on the chart, it's going to be very easy for day traders and investors to put their orders above these open areas. When you learn about stock technicals, what do they tell you to do? They tell you to put your limit orders above notable highs and notable lows. So I think as time progresses sideways, we're going to start collecting and accumulating more and more orders. And I think that just primes the stock and the price to run up even higher. You're going to get people building their positions over time around the same price point. You could even say that as long as it moves sideways is the potential for it to move up. I'm going to change the color on this. So if we're going to see a move that goes like this, just sideways on average, I think we can see the same movement on the upside. So I look at these liquidity pools as areas to target because that's where all the money is. And it makes sense for institutions and big funds to move the price there. Now, of course, this is my opinion, but I truly believe in market manipulation. So this is something that I look for things like this and I use them as targets for my price points. So we were on a 1 hour time frame. I'm going to go down to a 15-minute now. So if we're going to be interested in buying at support, we need to see some kind of price break and then a retest. Our most notable high with a sharp pullback would have been at the $4.60 range, which is the high here on November 9th. If we drag this trend line straight out all the way to the present day, although price pulled back for a little while, price did come back and retest this level, break through it, and then use it as somewhat a level of support. I think there's going to be a whole lot of indecision here between the $4.60 and $4.90 range. This is going to be a good area for it to consolidate for a little while if it does want to move sideways for a little longer. But the most reasonable place for Nano Dimension stock to go in the future is going to be the $6 range once again. Now, I cannot say for certain when this will happen, but what I will say is that at some point, hopefully not too long from now, it can take however long it wants to, but with the way the market is moving right now, I believe that at some point in the near future, it will hit this $6 mark. Now, if it does start to retrace back down to support levels, I think the most notable area is going to be the $4.30 range once again. But if we start getting down into the 430s, I would definitely look into averaging my position even more because we've been trading sideways for too long. People had their opportunity to buy Nano Dimension at $3, $4 multiple times recently. So I think it's just giving us a few more times before it does want to leave the penny stock range. Now, in the event that it doesn't, this is definitely a long-term stock regardless. I'm not planning on selling any of my shares. I have more options to purchase Nano Dimension at $2.50 a share for May of next year. So that's kind of a risk I'm taking in the short term, but overall, long term, I'm definitely interested in buying the shares. If things don't materialize, I might just exercise it. We'll see. It's my safety net. I know the stock is going to be volatile in the short term, so I'm just kind of securing my price at $2.50 a share, and I'm just paying a little bit of premium on it. I'm not saying you should go and buy these options now because when I bought it, it was cheaper than what the share price is now. So I had a good average, but if you're interested in Nano Dimension, at this point, I would just buy Nano Dimension stock in general. The premiums on the calls for the middle of next year are a little bit high now. So if you're interested in opening a position with Nano Dimension, I would just ignore the calls and just buy the stock. But yeah, the price action has been really good on Nano Dimension, especially this week. The whole market seems to have recovered a little bit. I think it was like a few days ago or like 2 days ago, the Dow hit new all-time highs. So that's also some more good news. I don't remember who it was, but I believe it was on CNBC or like CNN or something, but someone was saying that we are in dire need of stimulus. And I think if we do get that stimulus, it's going to boost this even more. And it's just going to prop everything up so much more than it already is. In my opinion, I think Nano Dimension is the best penny stock on the market right now. Penny stocks being under $5, I think Nano Dimension has the biggest growth opportunity compared to the rest. If you guys think you have a better penny stock opportunity than Nano Dimension right now, please let me know in the comments. I'm very interested in knowing about it. I will look into them very in depth, and if I find something with a lot of substance, I might even do a video on it. But until then, Nano Dimension 100% is my favorite, and I think the most opportunistic penny stock. And if you do your research, you'll understand why I feel that way. So I would definitely recommend looking at them if you haven't already. I know a lot of you are already invested in Nano Dimension. I read your guys' comments. I know who you are at this point. So for the people who I do reply to your comments often, I definitely know how you feel about Nano Dimension. And hey, we're in the same boat, so we definitely want the best for this company. So that is it for this video. I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you were watching, please go ahead and hit that like button, and you should even consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified when I make videos just like this one. Thank you guys for getting the channel to close to 1,000 subscribers. It's been a lot of work. It's been pretty fun seeing the stocks move so much recently, and I hope everyone makes some money. But anyways, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.